I quit breathing through my mouth. I quit breathing through my mouth. I used to be a slack-jawed fly swallower who woke up every morning with a dry mouth. Then I read James Nestor's book, Breath, and it taught me all the benefits of breathing through my nose. It taught me how much better for me nose breathing is and how to retrain myself to do so, with things like taping my mouth at night. Since then, my nasal passageways have opened up like a middle-aged man's hips after doing years of yoga, and I don't even suffer from seasonal allergies anymore. And speaking of filtering hot air, I quit checking my phone first thing in the morning. Aziz Ansari joked,
I read the internet so much, I feel like I'm on page 1,000,000 of the worst book ever.
So, since there are so many great books I want to read, I wake up myself every morning reading them for a few minutes instead of looking at my phone. I also quit forgetting everything I read. After reading a book, I go back through it and take notes on it. My book notes are all interlinked, so this creates kind of like a second brain, one that's a lot more reliable than my first one. I quit sleeping on a big soft bed. Beds are like engagement rings. Marketers have done a dreamy job convincing the masses that you need to spend multiple paychecks on it. But just like you can't buy love, you can't buy better sleep. You gotta earn it. And in a sort of anti-Princess and the Pea sort of way, I've learned to earn it on a thin mattress and a tatami mat. Simply put, this marketing unfriendly arrangement best prepares me for the day ahead. I quit peeing standing up at home. It's more relaxing and less messy, and I can do it in the dark, and no toilet seat up versus down debates either. In any case, I quit arguing. As dumb as I acknowledge myself to be, I believe a lot of people are even dumber. But I don't bother trying to bang sense into their thick skulls anymore. I'm working at getting better at the subtle ways of changing people's minds that actually work, like storytelling, belief remodeling, and leading by example. I sometimes wish my wife would learn from my example on this next one. I quit shopping for clothes. This is partly because on my pre-retirement tour, I traveled for 6 months with nothing but a carry-on bag and realized that was all I really needed. Also, as an aging family man, I care less and less every day about how I look. But mostly, I quit shopping because of merino wool. Merino is magical. It's like wearable styrofoam in that it keeps things both cool and warm. And it avoids stinks, wrinkles, and stains. Aside from pants and some shorts, I've essentially replaced all of my everyday wardrobe with merino. Merino is expensive, and only a few brands make really quality stuff. But I'd rather pay for quality than vanity, so I quit shopping around. I quit breakfast. This glass of water, with a little bit of salt and lemon to keep it from going right through me, is all I have. Hunger hormones are like your short-sighted, angry boss. And I used to be a tryhard. I gave them exactly what they wanted, starting in the morning with breakfast, then with snacks and meals throughout the day. But then I experimented with taking mornings off. My hunger hormones were pissed at me at first, but they eventually realized that I made up for what I was missing later on in the day. So they got used to it. Then I took a vacation, a 3-day fast. This drove my hunger hormones berserk, until it broke them. And now, they're off my back. And to keep them that way, I only eat whenever works best for me now, which is usually only once or twice a day. I quit following the news. I used to consume the news along with my breakfast. But then I asked myself thought experiments like, if the world were twice as big, would you spend twice as much time consuming the news to stay equally informed? No. Or if you want to be a concerned citizen, is consuming the news really the best way you can direct your time and attention? I doubt it. Or if you were in a coma for a month, how much time would you spend catching up when you woke up? In my case, not that much. So rather than follow the news, I let the news that matters catch up to me. Except for sports. I can't quit the NBA. I don't have far to go to get to work because I quit my job. As an entitled, conceited millennial, I quit my corporate career to pursue greatness at the age of 27. But a handful of years and failed ventures later, I quit struggling to become a world-denting CEO and settled for being a content creator. Luckily, I've yet to find a way to quit self-justifying. So I'm happy with the path I've taken and love what I do. Please like and subscribe to this video to support me. I quit losing track of time. People think I'm crazy for it, but ever since September 22nd, 2015, I've been keeping a time log of every single thing that I do. It's helped me organize my time way better, taught me to spend it less and invest it more, and built up a priceless memory bank. For example, I log all of my son Zach's funny stories and milestones. I quit being free. I got married and had a child. It definitely cramps my style. Rather than worry about what I'm missing out on, they've taught me that the cure for FOMO is FOMO. Focus on meaningful objectives. And family is a big one. I quit casting my feet. If you've ever had to wear a cast before, you've seen how scrawny the limb below it gets by the time you cut the cast off. Well, most shoes are casts. They turned the tough, robust, and flexible feet I was born with into soft, fragile, and immobile flaps. And this had negative knock-on effects on the body parts above. My shins, my knees, my hips, my back. So I freed my feeble feet from their casts, got these super minimalist shoes, and I got Achilles tendonitis. I should have made a slower, gentler transition. But now my feet and the body parts they support move better than ever. I quit being a podcast addict. I used to fill every spare mental moment on walks like these and workouts with the voices of Tim Ferriss, Bill Simmons, and all sorts of other people who I've never met and will never know. But did it make me any smarter, funnier, or more successful? No. All it did was make my eye twitch. So I pod fasted for a whole month. This helped me re-realize the value of listening to my own voice in my own head and of observing the real world around me. Hey, Joshua, hey. Sorry, I'm busy filming. I quit believing that I'm unsocial. I used to use my introversion as an excuse for being socially awkward. But I've since learned that while introversion is a core personality trait pretty much wired into my brain, unsocialness is a frivolous identity layered on top. And it was a crappy fit that constricted me. So I got rid of it. And in its place, I layered on a new identity, a more comfortable one. One of friendly guy who's working on improving his social skills. I quit working out inside. The fresh air and freedom are way better for my workout-life balance. I mean, sure, it sucks when the weather is miserable outside, but isn't the point of working out to make yourself a bit uncomfortable? I sometimes get strange looks for the exercises I invent, like throwing rocks around on the beach. But I quit caring what other people think a long time ago. Well, that's not exactly true. I hope you think this video is useful, for example. So I guess it's more about taking care about whose thoughts are worth caring about. I'm gonna quit doing this video now, because you gotta know when to quit, right?